Baltimore Ravens continue to steal my favorite players in the 2022 NFL Draft. They've done it again with Iowa State tight end Charlie Kolar at 128th overall. And they're picking another player right now that I'm seeing on the clock at 130th. So we'll see who that is eventually. But Charlie Kolar was my tight end, I think 7, no, my tight end 6 on the board this year as an early 4th round pick. So right around the range actually he's going this year. But he's 6'6", 260 pounds, 34.5-inch arms, 10-inch hands, has over 2,000 yards in the past 3 years. So one of the most highly productive tight ends in college football over the past couple of years. Outside of someone like Kyle Pitts, obviously. He's got a massive frame, a massive catch radius. He's able to box guys out with his size. He's really good at just finding and sitting down in spaces in zone. And that's probably his best role. He's not someone who's going to threaten you vertically too much, but he just finds open spaces and sits down in them and gives your quarterback an easy target. Not a guy who's going to threaten you vertically so much, but really just a good player finding space and giving your guy someone to throw to. A prototypical security blanket, if you will. He only has 5 drops in his entire college career, so just so you know, that drop rate is excellent. He's got great hands. He barely drops the ball. It rarely touches the ground when his quarterback looks his way. He's an above-average player in contested hit situations. That's kind of obvious considering his size. And like I said, he's able to box defenders out of the catch point. With all that taken into account, he's not a twitchy player. He's not a very sudden player. He actually doesn't break tackles that well because he gets chopped up by the legs, basically. If you go low on him, it's going to come tippering down. And his blocking is, let's call it a work in progress. So that's not going to be an area of strong suit for him. Yards for the catch, as I said, is inconsistent. His separation is inconsistent. His blocking technique needs to be reworked because he's a little bit high in his blocks. And that's why he gets out-leveraged. That being said, I think this is a really good developmental player. A player who I envision actually being a starter at some point during his NFL career.